Hey guys, Bix Weir, roadtour.com. I have the talented, the sexy, the Bunkerville Will Lehr on the line to talk about something that got dropped in my Theta drop, and talk about Theta in general and the state of Theta and how Theta is going to save the world. Hello, Will. How's life?
Hello, Bix. Life is pretty lovely. Happy Tuesday. 2222222.
Oh my God, yeah. It's a big day in the Illuminati world. That I see silver broke the 200-day moving average finally.
Yeah, silver's up. I thought markets would be crashy and crazy all over the place today, but it's not really that bad.
It's a computer click. I mean, the world could blow up and the stock market would go up 1%. That's just one click.
It's one. They don't even have to.
Yeah,
I envision Mnuchin or one of those guys back there with just hit it more times, more liquidity, more. Oh,
that's exactly what it is. And there is no free pricing anywhere. There's no fair market value anymore. Crypto's massively rigged. You can just tell by the volumes, obviously. And silver, right now, the silver problem is Bank of America's fucked. 800 million ounce least short position that they couldn't close out. So they have to keep rolling it over now. It just grows and grows and grows. Anyway, well, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about these things called NFTs. Now, my friend Will is a NFT-aholic. He's going to NFT Anonymous soon.
Pineapple
he has
frenzy.
hook, line, and sinker gone down the NFT path. Truthfully, I haven't spent that much time in the NFT world. I love Theta and what they're doing with it. NFT, the way I explain it, when people say, what's an NFT? I like to say, hey, it's a smart contract. It is basically a smart contract on a blockchain that is a non-fungible token, means there's nothing like it anywhere in the world, and it's time-stamped. And it's not just for art. It's not just for music. It's not just for it can be used for anything. It's a usable smart contract is what I see it as. What's your take on NFTs, and what's your experience with Theta NFTs?
Well, I was like you until recently. I'd heard of the craze. I'd heard of these JPEGs fetching $250,000, or in some cases, multi-millions. God, what did it? One of the crypto punks sell for $500 million. I mean, that's probably money laundering, or who knows? But the point is, there's a crazy marketplace. There's all this money flying around, and I thought it was just JPEGs. I didn't really understand any of the use case. I hadn't really, stuck my head behind the curtain. And then, ThedaDrop.com is Theta's, NFT marketplace platform. And I got an email or something, and I signed up for the mailing list, right? And then back in November, this Secret Pineapples were launching.
You got to tell people what the Secret Pineapple Society is.
It's an NFT collection that was launched on the Theta blockchain. So I got the email. It was like, oh, join the drop. I joined the drop or whatever, signed up. It was $200. And then I got one. I got one of these pineapple containers, which, has a secret pineapple inside. You open it up. It could have anything in there, any of the pineapples. And so anyway, I opened it. I get my little guy out of there, and I'm like, oh, cool, and then I start engaging a little bit on Twitter about it. And the next thing I know, it sends me down this rabbit hole. And I've seen this whole community of others like myself being pummeled down this rabbit hole. And it's interesting. The pineapples specifically, it's Theta's OG project, or blue chip project, the most successful. I think in the first 10 days, they did 10 million in sales or something like that. Maybe it was 1 million. I shouldn't throw those numbers around if I don't know what I'm talking about. But a lot of transaction volume. The custom pineapples, the customs are kind of like celebrity pineapples. They're rare. Those are selling for $20,000 up to $65,000 or $70,000, right? So there's a frenzy going on here, and it kind of sucked me in. And then there's the whole community, and thing on Twitter has absolutely exploded. This whole community, and it's cool. I've seen some really awesome stuff. Everybody's, similarly like-minded. It's not really an echo chamber though, but like one guy, I saw this one guy got hacked. He was a Theta guy. He was a Pineapple guy. And he's like, hey, I screwed up. This is what I did. It was one of these emails. And I put my word seed in there. I was an idiot. It was my fault, right? Don't do this if you see this email. It was one of those tweets, right? Well, one of the Pineapples is like, sorry to hear about it, brother. Post a new Theta wallet address and I'll chip in, and maybe some other Pineapples will too. And sure enough, man, this guy, I can't remember how much he'd lost. It was a couple thousand Theta or something. He got half of it back within 24 hours. And he was like blown away. And I've seen this type of thing happen a few times. One guy lost his Pineapple. I think he had to sell it for financial reasons. I don't know. And you could tell he was pretty brokenhearted about it. And it was a basic floor Pineapple for $700 or $800. And one of the other Pineapples, who's an artist, who actually designs, he can take your custom Pineapple and then turn it into a mutant. And then you can mint that mutant. It's not associated with the SPS brand, right? And this guy will tell you that, but you can pay him.
SPS means Secret Pineapple Society, correct?
Secret Pineapple Society, okay. Yes. This is just another dude who's a Pineapple, who is an artist, who will take your pine and mutate it and make it look totally crazy and badass, and then give you the JPEG, and you can go mint that on Theta board or Open Theta, or I don't know. I had a Pineapple buddy do it for me. Anyway, so this artist is like about the guy who had to sell his pine, who was heartbroken and had to leave the club or whatever. The artist is like, hey, if somebody buys that pine for him and holds it for him, I'll do a mutant for you for free. So somebody bought it. It's sitting in their wallet for this guy as soon as we can, transfer. Anyway, it's just cool stories like that keep popping up. So it's fun, man.
It sounds like a strong community, and crypto people are all about community. When I first heard of NFTs, I was like, it's like Beanie Babies and like baseball cards. The reality of that, once I got smarter, is the reason Beanie Babies imploded, the reason the baseball card craze imploded, was there was a scarcity issue. And scarcity creates value. We know that from any study of monetary history, any study of the Road to Ruta. The Road to Ruta documents are all about scarcity. That's, she lives in a land of no color and colors introduced. It's all about scarcity. Mm-hmm. When I apply that and lay that over NFTs, it just blew my mind. You wouldn't have had a implosion of the baseball card frenzy, because there was, in baseball cards throughout the 80s and 90s, they went crazy. Mm-hmm. And cards were selling for thousands of dollars. Back then, that was a lot of money, not like now. But the problem was the scarcity factor. And there were a lot of counterfeits being made. With NFTs, you can't counterfeit them. They're all time-stamped. They're all smart contract into the blockchain. And unless you can change the blockchain, you're not going to be able to counterfeit an NFT, which is an amazing technology. That's kind of the beauty of Bitcoin and blockchain in the beginning. It's you can't counterfeit coins. So you can't counterfeit NFTs. The other thing, the problem with the baseball card market was even the manufacturers were printing more and more cards. They're like, oh my God, everybody and their mother's buying these packs just to get this one card. So all the manufacturers of baseball cards print massive amounts of new baseball cards. So mm-hmm. people would buy more and more, and it just got completely saturated. And then with the advent of the internet and things like eBay, all of a sudden everybody's, oh my God, you mean there's not only 100 Jose Canseco rookie cards, there's 50,000 of them for sale on eBay.
Right.
All that gets solved with a blockchain, with an immutable blockchain, and scarcity comes into play extremely importantly in NFTs.
Yep.
And uniqueness of the assets. Mm-hmm. Non-fungible token means there's no token like it. Yep. And whether or not it could look exactly the same, but it's got a different number on the blockchain. It's got a different date stamp and time stamp on the blockchain. And the blockchain is the key. So you can make an NFT of a picture of Ruta, or you can take one of these Road to Ruta stickers, turn that into an NFT, and I can sell that at road to root, but I can sell it unlimited amounts. But I'll know each time the timestamp of every time it was sold.
Mhm.
So obviously, if I do that, the scarcity factor is gone.
Yeah, the applications are really numerous too. I mean, you've got NFTs basically what for the first time we're able to verify, authenticate ownership of a piece of digital property, which is massive. I mean, the whole counterfeit.
Who needs lawyers anymore?
Copyright
it's like
industry. I know.
copyright.
It's huge. The copyright thing is huge. Like I remember, like that's a big problem on the international stage because some countries don't identify copyright law. They don't care. And that's a big problem in the digital arts space. So for the first time ever, we can now authenticate ownership. We can do that.
You can also securitize assets, as in, you can sell the Mona Lisa in NFTs.
Or your home, right? Something
or
that's
your home.
non-fungible, that's unique, right? Yes, totally.
But your home would be difficult because, well, there's ownership of the physical asset, and then
they're doing it. Somebody I read is doing it, where the NFT represents basically the key to the house.
Okay.
So,
and you can do fractional ownership of houses.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Bitcoin probably changed the whole timeshare industry,
Yeah, Bitcoin Ben's working with on some real estate deals, I think in Costa Rica or somewhere, where they're doing fractional ownership, and it's unlimited. And the beauty of blockchain, the beauty of NFTs, the beauty of smart contracts is it takes away so many expensive layers.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how many people have their hand in the cookie jar when you sell a house, from your realtor to your banker to the title company to the mortgage you name it. There's people in there taking money. Blockchain can basically get rid of pretty much all of them.
Correct.
And the more it builds out, I believe it or not, and most people who are watching this are probably crypto people. There are still people out there who think blockchain and Bitcoin and cryptos are going to go away. Yeah. And it is, to me, it's just shocking. It's been going on for 10 years and people still, especially old gold and silver bugs, can't get their head around what digital scarcity is, why the blockchain is immutable. It can't be changed and things like that. So,
well, segue into Theta. I mean, here's what hit me with these pineapples. Okay. And the further I've gotten into this NFT space, I've gone further down the Theta rabbit hole in these last few months. And I was always impressed by Theta, but now I'm literally like shocked. I'm blown away. I mean, everything, man, everything they do, everything they release, their strategy behind it, the way that they dropped the TDropped token, freaking genius. The way they built in multiple layers of demand and then limiting the supply release over the long period, which also then in turn puts more demand on Theta stakers. Dude, it's freaking nuts. Like everything they do is so calculated and so brilliant. What was the one I was thinking of the other day? Where Mitch in his recent interview or whatever, it hit me, right? He said it straight up. He's like, we're in patenting security process right now before we can, they're sitting at the table with the Googles, the Samsungs, the Sonys of the world, literally. And, they have multiple applications of multiple technologies that they have to patent first. You can't sit down with Google and show them your underwear, right? They'll go steal it. So that's why everything's so slow. And we've been 10 patents now we're at. So
is it 10 now?
That was the last number I saw. That wow. I thought it was 7 or something, but nonetheless, man, and then there's the Theta drop marketplace and Theta getting into the NFT space. Oh, well, it just turns out Theta is going to be the best freaking space for NFTs. It already is. Theta TDropped marketplace, not the token, the marketplace, the NFT website is extremely user-friendly. All the artists apparently in the community, it's their favorite. I've used multiple platforms now. I mean, this stuff on OpenSea, where there's huge problems with hacks and tons of Bored Apes that have gone missing. It's a mega problem. The industry is freaking out about it. Theta's like just flexing in the corner, dude, straight up.
And I mean, they got the KYC. They've done everything right. And those who have followed the road to Ruta have seen the Dick Allgaier gang, the crypto viewing guys, the Hitomi reading.
Yeah.
That when Theta really explodes is when this CEO sports star says, "Hey, buy Theta." Mm-hmm. Tom Brady.
Well, see, and that's another thing too, like with these pineapples, right? So yes, they're a utility NFT. There's going to have some type of utility that they have in the future. I don't really know. It's the Secret Pineapple Society. There's all this allure, and it's
also the first successful one on Theta.
It is, yes. It's the OG, right? So, if we think that Theta is going to be this major player, especially in the NFT space, and I am absolutely convinced it's going to be the holy grail of NFTs. I mean, just look at it now. Theta Drop Marketplace is still in beta, and it's badass. It's way better than all the other open Theta and Theta board. They're confusing. They're clunky. I can't view my NFTs. There's multiple pages. Theta's clean,
and there's no KYC in that. So the government, the government
go set up an account too. Look how user friendly it is. Like as a noob, let's say you were sending your mom to go set up an account at Theta Drop and buy an NFT. Like it's so simple. You can buy with a credit card or a debit card. Anyway. So I think that not financial advice, but I think that Theta is going to be such a behemoth in all these different places. And then the metaverse is like this next play that I know nothing or very little about, that I'm convinced Theta is going to be a huge household name in.
They're one of the first to say, even before Facebook changed their name or whatever they did. Yeah. They said, yeah, we want to be kind of like the railroad tracks of the train, the infrastructure of the metaverse. Yep. But before we forgot to lay down, hey, here's why you want to watch this video. Will, loving the pineapples, he talked to the creator of the pineapples and said, hey, we got to get Bix Weir and the Road to Ruta in on this pineapple stuff. So yes, they dropped me just recently a pineapple. And what that means is I have no idea. Will, why don't you tell the world? And we're going to reveal the Bix Weir Pineapple shortly. Tell the world how this happened and why I'm sitting here with a pineapple in my wallet.
Yeah. So as I get into the pineapple rabbit hole, there's customs, there's celebrity pines. Michelle White Dove. Okay. They did one for her. I don't think she's opened it yet. So I think they sent her the image. She tweeted something about it in November, and then I don't think she ever revealed it. Anyway, so Michelle's got one. There's some other celebrities too. And I was like, dude, how does Bix not have a Bix? There should be a Bix pineapple. Like he got, and there's other pineapples, and we've been chatting on Twitter, and they're like, oh my God, Bix got me into Theta. I'm retired because of Bix. I mean, literally, I know people who've named their dog after you. So anyway, I was like, this dude needs a pine, So, yeah, we just one thing led to another, and I got in communication with the Rare Robot. James is his name. Is
that the creator of the Secret Pineapple Society?
He's the creator. Yep, he's the creator. In fact, right now we're doing these gauntlet games for 2 weeks. All you have to do is log into Discord and click a button and sign in, and you're entered into this. It's only for pine. You have to have a pine to be able to log into the Discord.
So your pineapple gains you access to.
Correct. Your pineapple gains you access right now to these gauntlet games that are going on for 10 days. And it's like our name goes into this thing, and there's all these battles. And if you win, there's only one winner, and there's 400 or 500 people entering in it. So, your chances are low, less than 1%. But if you win, if you come out victorious, the reward is one of these badass custom pines that he's designed 10 of for these gauntlet games, right? So everybody's all frenzied about these, and making sure they click the button in time and all this stuff. But yeah, it's a blast. So I was like, Bix, man, we've got to get a Bix pine. We got to get, So we talked about it, a month or so ago, and then he was like, yeah, and then it kind of petered off. And anyway, so here we are. I have been told that there is in existence a Bix pine, and that he's hiding in the darkness in a container in your wallet.
Did you see it?
Yep, I can see it.
There it is.
There he is.
I went
That's
to
the
my Theta
container.
drop and I opened it up, and there was a secret pineapple container is what it's called. And I guess all the pineapples come in these containers, the same container, right?
Correct. Yeah,
And
that's
then
what they look like.
And then you open the pack. Oh, look, I'm edition number 900.
Yes, you got a unique edition number.
Okay.
Which makes sense. They probably saved the unique edition numbers for celebrity pines and stuff.
There you go.
These containers are pretty fascinating. Okay. These, I call these like pineapple crack containers because I can't hold one. Like, thank God I can stake Theta and stake T-Fuel and I can't touch it. But like, I can't hold one of these without opening it. But what I want to do is buy a couple and hold them for like a year from now. Cause there's only like, how many pines are open? There's like 7,000 pines that have been opened. So there's 1,888 of them that are still in containers, right?
Okay, but can people see all the pineapples once they're created? They can see them. You just don't know if you have one.
Yeah. So yes. So you can go check there's a pineapplerarity.com is a website not affiliated with the SPS, but it's a full inventory of all the pineapples that have been pulled. As they're pulled, you can look at rarity based on different traits and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of like the inventory where you can go and look at a pineapple. They show up on Theta Drop if there's sales. You can go on Theta Drop, you can click on top sales or recent sales, and it'll show you, the recent pineapples that have been bought or sold. The containers, so there's only about 1,800 containers left. I think there's only 170 or something of them for sale currently, and they're about $1,700 for a container. You could go buy a floor pine, which is a basic pineapple, floor price, doesn't have a bunch of fancy weaponry or stuff. That right now, the floor is like $600 or $700. The floor was $2,000, not long ago. It's come down with the crypto prices recently. But so the gamble is, a floor pine's about $600 or $700 in value. A container costs about $1,700. But when you open a container, in this case, we know what we're going to get. But in every other case, you have no idea what you're going to get. You could
get a great one. You could pull
a dud that's worth $600 or $700. No big deal. You just hold it for a while. Or you could pull a custom, which, are worth 20 grand floor. So but like, as soon as I get one in my wallet, I'm like, let's open it.
Let me read you what it says here. Secret pineapple container. The secret pineapple container contains a ripened secret pineapple waiting for you to unleash its mysteries. Opening this container will release one secret pineapple, giving you access to the society and all of its exclusive benefits found on the Grove map. Shrouded in mystery, the pineapple skulls are a symbol of creation and death. Some myths say these were grown from star seeds of extraterrestrial origin. Bravo. Although the guys at Theta don't believe in ETs, by the way. Others have said that the containers have harnessed the supernatural power of the pineapple to bring life to the skull and have grown a new hybrid being. So fun. I love shit like this.
Dude, and these prickly little bastards are they're like pets. I don't know what it is, man. You just love them.
They're unique.
I put them on my phone background. I can't stop looking at them. It's just pineapples everywhere,
Yeah. Imagine owning, in the craze of the Beanie Babies, one specific Beanie Baby that was completely different than every other Beanie Baby. It could not be replicated, even if you had that in your hands and had the person who created it would still be different. That's this kind of thing that NFT offers. All right.
But it was on the Theta blockchain, totally immutable. And I mean, here's the deal, man. If we just quick segue before you open this beautiful, beautiful pine.
Beautiful pineapple.
Is if we anticipate Theta 10xing from here in this next run, or even 20xing from here.
You mean like next month or
whatever. Maybe it takes a year. I don't know. The next big move up, right? That's another $30 to $50 billion coming into the Theta ecosystem with a B. Okay.
There's just Theta, not necessarily
T-Fuel, T-Drop. I know. regardless, it's a ton of new capital coming into the ecosystem. Some of it is going to find its way onto Theta Drop. And, some of it will find its way into the pineapples. And like you said, the supply, when you wrap your head around cryptos are crashing, but like my pineapple, sure, the floor price might've come down, but customs haven't really, nobody owns my customs. I say what they're worth, so nobody can. So did I wish, it would have been better if I would have held my T-Fuel to buy one now, but how would I know it would be for sale? Right. So there's so much rarity and uniqueness that plays into the supply side.
And
too.
I would like to point out that if you look at the data on how loyal Theta stakers are to the Theta blockchain, it's still at 65%, the same it was when it was, $15 a coin, and now it's under $3. The only people selling are the weak hands and the manipulators.
Yep, exactly
And
right.
so, yeah, I mean, and look at the companies that are involved in this thing. Any one of these companies could buy up, if it wouldn't quadruple the price, they could buy up all this Theta and say, okay, hey, I know how big Theta is going to be. I'm hugely invested in it, and I see it as the future of my company. So said Samsung. They could go in at any time and buy another 5% or 10% of Theta and stake it, and voila, you've got another 10% gone. Right now, it's at 65% is stake. That means only 350 million coins, or 35% of the total coins ever created, and that ever will be created for Theta, are already locked up. So just keep that in mind. Wait till we get to 90% or 95% locked up. And companies like Samsung, Sony, wait till Apple becomes a validator. Wait till Netflix becomes a validator, because they would save so much money by doing that. Amazon becomes a validator.
Dude, I just read this thing just now. One of my pineapple buddies tweeted about it, about autonomous cars. NVIDIA or something is the company, okay? And they're releasing these autonomous self-driving vehicles. Well, they use 1 terabyte per hour of data. And this guy is like, the only way that could even function is on the Theta network, right? So it's like,
well, that's the other thing. I mean, you talk about going down the rabbit hole with Theta, and this discussion is going to be as long as we want it to be. But I mean, I basically started at the bottom of the rabbit hole, I believe, looking at Theta and saying, oh my God, this is the future of the internet. We have a huge problem with broadband expansion. Every country in the world is trying to figure out how we can move into this high-tech digital future in a manner that gives everybody the same shot, which means everybody would have to have high-speed internet. Nobody could, with everybody coming online with 4K, 5K, 6K, 10K, every virtual reality, you know how much bandwidth that uses? The vast majority of all the bandwidth ever used on the internet is video. And when you get, virtual reality going through the lines of broadband, we're fucked. We are fucked. I mean, what was it? $500 billion in the budget for expanding broadband in the United States, and it wouldn't hardly do anything. We're not going to put a 5G tower on every street corner. And let me tell you why this is important, because Theta is a software download. The Theta Edge node, which is the tool for people to share their broadband, is a software download. Let that ring in your head. It is a software download that you run an Edge node on your computer. Every single smart TV out there that Samsung or Sony makes, it would be a click of a mouse for them to download a Edge node on every one of those TVs and have them mining for Theta fuel and sharing broadband on every TV, solving this multi-trillion-dollar problem of broadband expansion with a click of a mouse. That's where I started at the bottom of the rabbit hole. I'm like, Theta is the internet of the future. It's the only way that we can expand broadband. And because they have a patent on it in many countries, they're the only ones who could do it. And they
you discovered this it was like 2019, right? Or was it?
Yeah, Theta was 5 cents.
Yeah, no, I remember for a long period of time, 2019, you were like berserk over Theta, like every day.
I wrote a song about it.
I had people calling me like, can you buy Theta? Can you get Theta? Can you get, it was driving us nuts, literally. You know, and we figured out how to help. No, we can get this and then you can swap it for Theta, you know, but yeah. Man,
and I remember where I was when I wrote the Theta Girl song. I was with you and your family, and we were in Arizona, in Flagstaff, was it?
Yeah.
Just hanging out with the family.
Yep.
And you guys went on a walk or something or into town, and I'm like sitting on the porch of this Airbnb, and I had my guitar and I did this little tune. And I'm like, I need to write a Theta song. It just literally, it took 20 minutes to write that song. And
I kind of remember that.
To this day, it's my biggest request.
I kind of remember that.
Theta Girl.
I remember you being like, yeah, I got to write a Theta. I'm writing a Theta song or something. Yeah. Yes. I love it, dude. I love it. In fact, I think I remember you playing it that weekend. We got a taste. We did. We definitely had a taste of it.
Yeah. There you go. And
well, that was the image I gave. That was the image I gave James of you playing Theta Girl for him to use.
Okay.
As the pineapple. Bix, let's get him out of there.
Unveil this pineapple. James, thank you so much, by the way, for thinking of me and being friends with my friend Will. And this is an honor to open this secret pineapple container for the Bix Weir Pineapple. Did I just hit open pack?
Open pack.
And once I open, I can never, well, we already know what's in it. So there's no secret there. All right, here we go.
One more time.
Congrats. You own the secret pineapple container. Open it to see what's inside. Here we go. Open the pack. Look at that thing. That is sweet.
Bix Snapple, baby. So,
oh my God, I love
this guy.
Look at this. The hair is perfect.
He's got the gray highlights, the silver highlights in the hair, which you almost have to zoom in to see it. And the stash is really, dude, he looks like Bix. He really does. The silver coin, very fitting. The American flag.
Oh my God. I love the fist.
Dude,
America,
yes,
baby, America.
Totally right. Freedom fighter fist.
Silver coin. Oh my God, that's awesome.
He's an awesome pine. None of is the only pine that I've seen that has multicolored hair. Actually, White Doves, I think, has.
I've seen White Doves. She's got the the hair off to one side.
Yes, but hers is still in the container.
Dude, this guy looks cool. I love it.
He's awesome, dude.
I love the American flag, the silver, and the fist.
Click on the image.
Freedom Roadshow. Click on what?
Or click on done right there.
Done.
Let's see what he named him. Now go click on Bix over there. We're doxing
right
your collection here. Yeah, just click on the guy.
Yeah, this is the extent of my collection. Okay.
No, click over on your pineapple.
On my pineapple.
There you go. Oh, that's mine. Okay, now scroll down and click on attributes.
Attributes.
And let's see what he named
Bix Weir.
Bix Weir. Okay, I thought he was going to name him Bix Snapple. We can call him Bix Snapple, but
yeah, yeah. I can't change the name to Bix Snapple, huh? No,
maybe they probably could. They probably can. I don't know.
How cool is this? So the details. So it just talks about the society.
That's more about the. Yep. Yeah.
Pineapples 1 through 200 are reserved for SPS team, Theta team, and future giveaways. What's my number?
Yeah. What is your number?
187. I'm in there.
There you go. 187. That's the call sign for a homicide, isn't it?
Ooh, look out. I love the stubble. I love the stubble there.
The stubble, I know.
The
stash is great too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, in that picture, your stat when you wrote in the Theta Girl video on YouTube, your stash is browner, and your goatee's kind of silver.
Well, I am getting older.
Well, look at mine, man. Mine's whitening up too.
That
is awesome.
Cool.
Bix Snapple, I love it, dude.
Bix Snapple.
Welcome to the club, dude.
Thank you. In. Hey, tell people how they can get involved with the Secret Pineapple Society.
Yeah, Theta Drop. Go to ThedaDropped.com.
You go to the marketplace? Or
yes, you can click on marketplace. It's actually yes, and then you scroll down to there you go.
There it is.
Pineapples.
Look at the pineapples.
You click on that, and then it shows those are all listings, right? And you can sort them.
$88,888.
Yeah, that's for sale. It doesn't mean it's going to sell for that.
Well,
That's
sure.
that's a pretty rare one. That's a platinum skull.
The old platinum skull.
So you can scroll through and
Oh my
you know,
God, these are hysterical.
they're awesome. The art is fantastic. It really is.
Wow, that's cool.
Yikes. Yeah, it's, and once you get hooked on these, it's like, I don't know, man, there's something about them.
Yoda.
The
There's a
baby
Yoda.
Yodas. I love the baby Yodas myself.
So there's a few of them.
Yeah, there's I think there's 42 baby Yodas, but it's like
So
a
are they
very
all,
rare grouping.
are they exactly the same?
They all differ.
Okay.
Yeah, they all differ.
Here's what I'm flipping everybody out. I love this stuff. Okay. So go to Theta Drop Marketplace.
Yeah, go to
and click
Theta
on the
Drop, you
pineapple.
set up an account, and then you can, you know, you can look at all the NFTs on the platform from there, right?
What about engaging once they get their pineapple? Are they allowed to engage with the Secret Pineapple
Oh
Society?
man, you're encouraged to. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, there's Twitter, there's Discord, there's all the different, you know, social media platforms, and they're active on all of them. Twitter's, I think, the most active. So, you know, if you have a Twitter account.
Are you active with the pineapples on your Twitter account?
Oh yes, I've gotten, yes.
So
Majorly.
let's all go to Will's, sign up for Will's Twitter to get connected to the pineapples.
Yeah, if you get one of these and you're on Twitter, put your pineapple as your picture, your profile picture, and then just make a tweet like, "Hey, welcome me, hey at Secret Pineapples, happy to be here," or something, and you'll just get nuked with new friends and new likes and new all. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what's your
then
Twitter?
and then one of us will go on there. Well, there's other Ruta guys in there too. So there's Road to Ruta guys. Some of them know that that it's you coming, and they're super excited. How
did people get in touch with you on Twitter?
I am V William Lehr, I think. Yeah. V William Lehr.
William Lehr.
Yeah.
L-E-H-R.
Yeah. And you'll see my pineapple as my profile picture. But
do you have your own pineapple?
Do I? Oh no, I don't have a custom. No.
Well, we need to get Will Lehr a custom pineapple, James.
Customs are for those are for seal and celebrity deals. But here's the other thing.
You are a celebrity.
There are guys like me that are having conversations with other celebrities, with sports people, with music. Like, there's pineapple fever out there big time, with not just a bunch of nerds, you know, people who have connections, who, you know, so I'm privy to some meetings that are taking place. It's like, wow. So eventually, you know, I think you're going to see a Tom Brady or somebody with a pineapple and endorsing it. And it's going to be like, oh my God, we're all pineapple freaks.
Well, speaking of Tom Brady, I think that was the person that Hitomi saw in her remote viewing when cryptos really take off. Was Tom Brady announced, because Tom Brady, he's announced that he's hooked up with DraftKings, which is not a blockchain. They use OpenSea and other ones, I think, but they're, you know, obviously OpenSea is having issues. DraftKings is extremely conservative because of, you know, they're a gambling site and they have to keep their licenses and all that. As far as I know, Theta is the only marketplace NFT area that does KYC.
Interesting.
So I would assume that if DraftKings and Tom Brady's company, what's the name of that company again?
And Theta has all the relationships in the poker space.
Yeah, I would assume any day they're gonna have to say, oh my God, we better get onto a legit site. Theta Drop is like the only legit site that I can see. Everything else is the wild, wild west. And if they're not KYCing, look out when Gary Gensler comes down on them.
Yeah, good point. Interesting. So, wow. Yeah, this is yet another thing that Theta is probably stalling on for regulatory reasons, while the rest of us are like, hurry up, man, hurry up. They're like,
they can't.
And then it's like genius. It turns out to be a God move after the fact. Right?
God move. Yeah. All right. Oh my God. So happy. Will
Welcome,
Lehr,
brother.
Thank you for making this happen. I have my own Bix Pineapple, Bix Apple. What
Awesome.
do you call it?
I call him Bix Napple.
Bix Napple.
But you can name him whatever you want, man. He's yours.
Sounds good. I'll think about it. I have to write a song about pineapples now.
Yes, that would be epic.
All right, Will. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Always a pleasure, man. Give the fam a big squeeze, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. See ya.
See you, buddy.